gonna put this engine in this weekend. We're gonna build the transmission CD down here. We're gonna cut it up. Fisch, ACT, mount it to the engine, put it in. But first I gotta clean this engine bay up some more. There's still a bunch of junk in there that I didn't know I was getting rid of. So we're gonna yank everything out of there, clean it up as much as possible before we start cutting the transmission up and get ready to put this thing back in here. Got some fresh engine mounts from Excessive. Put those on here. We got the lower ones for the 2JZ because it sits up higher. I really don't want to cut this hood any. So those should be pretty nice. I don't know what it had before, that's why I bought new ones. Oh my God, how much shit's gonna come out of here? All of it? What's going on here? Yeah. Dump the rest of that out.
Taking that out?
I don't know where this leaf is from, but it's not gonna stay in here. Fuel lines, catch can, fuel pressure regulator. We did all that. So that's all fine and dandy. Just need it a little bit out of my way. Hooray! So we're gonna run a Chase Bay's dual piston booster delete with this car. So it'll have true manual brakes. It's all adjustable. Pretty nervous to run manual brakes because I've never drifted a car with manual brakes, but everyone says that the input is amazing. There's no like, you know, with power brakes and the vacuum gets weird, it can kind of break out or not work the same every time. It's inconsistent. So this one will be really consistent, and I'll probably end up switching the S14 to the same thing at some point because everyone says this is the way.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna clean this up best I can. We're still gonna have to hammer the hell out of the transmission tunnel. It's already been beat up pretty good, but I don't think it's enough for the CD because that bell housing is huge, and I remember having to beat and beat and beat on the S14. And the S14 already had a T56 in it, so it was already kind of beat before we put the Fisch kit in, so I had to beat it even more.
What was in this originally? What setup was in this?
This had an R154 when I got it. But I could not stand the R154. Yeah!
Had it mustered out.
Stunts.
Huh? Putting this down for myself.
All right, let's go get some lunch.
Munchy munchies, baby. I'm so fucking hungry. Yeah. Well, that's still be drunk.
That's good.
That's free money right there.
This is going in today. Today is the day. But first, food.
The homies are wavering and require sustenance.
Oh yeah. Button turned on, or, you know, everything turned off, I guess, as they say. Because why would you need anything on?
It's all computers.
It is all computers. It's fun when the tires are cold. It feels like it has way more horsepower.
Good noises.
This thing rocks.
This thing
It's so
does
quiet
fun.
inside though.
It is. I love it.
Alright, where do we want to eat?
We're getting piata.
We're getting piata.
I'm feeling fucking fancy.
And I haven't had piata in probably like 5 years.
Keep going.
Probably 5 years without piata. What do you even get there?
I get like it's like Italian Chipotle.
Italian Chipotle.
Yeah, they got like the carbonara with like the bacon and the spinach and all that jazz.
It's so snappy.
Fucker rips.
What are you, scared, brother?
He's scared of the action. Oh, he's letting us go.
He is scared of the action.
Thank you, King.
It's like, that guy was out of control.
No, we're somewhat in control.
I was in complete control the whole time.
I got faith in you.
This thing needs an angle kit so bad. Anytime I drift it, I feel like I'm gonna spin it instantly.
Just give her a howl. It still looks cool.
If
Just start
you-
doing like takeover content, you
No.
know what I mean? No takeover content?
No.
We're not fucking with it?
Hell no. What's that noise it makes?
I don't know, probably some 5G interference or some shit like that.
What are you doing on a bike, guy?
Man, do I just quit drifting and get into street cars? Because this shit sure is fun.
We've made it.
We're here safe.
Lunchtime. We've been fed. Piata rocks. Thanks, Josh, for buying my lunch.
I take care of my girls, you know?
We're gonna get some power adders and then start working on that car.
That's right. We're poured
Oh
up.
my.
Turn that down. Turn that down! There we go. He said give it the gas. Give him something. Not here in the gas
Not in
station,
the
you
gas
asshole.
I'll fucking beans it out here for you.
That's right.
He said, give it gas. We're in a parking lot, sir.
So there's might be children about to get destroyed out here. He should be happy about that, I think.
If not,
Fuck him. How about that?
get in there. We've made it.
Home, sweet home, finally. Fucker's thrashed, bub.
It's a good day. It's too bad it's 30 degrees out here because we would definitely be having more fun. But we're gonna work on cars instead,
Not fun.
which isn't very fun, but it's gonna be a good day because we're gonna do some pretty cool stuff with the car finally instead of just putting a motor together, which is pretty boring.
We'll make it fun.
All right, first order of business. We'll be chopping this CD trans bell housing to put the Fisch bell housing on. Then we'll put it on here, and then we're gonna put it in there. I'll move this one out of the way, bring that one down. So there's no real reason why this engine won't go in today. Within the next 2 hours? No, I think 2 hours we'll have the trans on the motor, and then we'll put it in, and then we'll be set.
I mean, we got energy drinks in hands, not beers.
Yes,
So
energy
we should be
drinks.
able to get going.
This Fantasy Vibe rocks. It's like an orange, what is it, orange pop? Orange cream pop? Creamsicle?
Creamsicle, yeah. What's a dreamsicle?
I don't know.
I don't know why I know that word.
All right, we're also gonna put ACT clutch on, billet flywheel, bunch of new hardware, just stuff everywhere. All right, let's get to it. All right, so with this Fisch kit, they come with a cool item that we're gonna trace here for where we're gonna cut. So we're just gonna take and run this together on the back side of this rib. so we know where to cut. I've done this once before. It was a long time ago though. All right, let's give this bitch a roll. Yeah, good and upside down. All right. This thing is dirty. I don't know how long it sat in JP's garage. We are gonna hope that it still works.
It probably does. Maybe.
These are pretty tough transmissions. The one's been in my S14 for 3 seasons. It does pretty good.
I definitely think I'm gonna have to find like a rebuild kit for mine because my synchros are poopy, but it's also got 185,000 miles on it, so I won't be doing too good at that age either, I guess.
And then we're also going to cut this like bracket off. Unsure what it used to mount, but we're gonna cut it off because of clearance inside the transmission tunnel. Because we're gonna have to widen up that hole. It's already been widened up, but we're gonna widen it up some more.
Gotta waller it out.
Yep. All right, it's time for the power tools. Oh boy.
Fully safe.
Oh boy.
That's it.
We don't even need the hammer. Maybe.
Ready? Nope. Just snap that little piece off right there. We're good.
Okay, so
It's still pretty heavy.
bell housing is cut off. We're gonna run a flap disc over this just so it's not all jagged, and then we have to cut that little bracket off. So we only used one battery, which is great, so we got a full battery here. And yeah, then we're gonna take this off. We have to cut part of this input shaft, which there is a another tool for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Part comes with the Fisch kit. Yeah.
Yeah, give her hell.
Yeah.
It's pregnant.
Okay, so you're gonna spin this, and I'm just gonna hold this right here.
Okay.
Okay, input shaft cut. This tool is very hot. We are going to, we'll add like an edge on that with the flap disc. This needs to cool down for a moment, and I gotta find a flap disc. I'm 95% sure I did not do this when I did the other kit, because I think all my batteries died. Out with air real quick
I probably would.
before we undo the seal, but then we're gonna blow all that.
We'll throw some brake clean on it.
Yeah,
You have
fuck
brake clean? Oh, okay.
I do have brake clean though.
We could do it right now. It would take seconds even. Seconds to make sure that no extra shit gets in there. No extras. That's probably good.
Okay, now we've made it
Messier.
messier to work on the car. That was
Paper
smart.
towels?
We're not the best at this.
Listen, paper
No,
towels.
we got like yellow rags laying around everywhere. These are the different ones that I was talking about.
Oh, that one's got some fucking. It's got a seal. See the one up top, I think, right?
Oh. That means I could have probably missed more. Okay.
No, probably not. That's probably it.
So, now what we're gonna do is there's a new Nissan gasket for this. I'm gonna get some brake clean and wipe all this stuff off. And then we have to see if we're gonna run one of the spacers, a bearing spacer that comes with the kit, which we can see if that works now. We have 2 of these, and I don't know which one. I guess only one goes on. And that doesn't fit. And that doesn't fit. So I don't think we use a bearing spacer.
Yeah, there's nowhere to see it, right?
Because it would go around it or inside of it.
So is that for different model CDs?
Different model CDs are what you use these for. I thought this was going to be one that was going to need it, but it appears it is not.
Do that again. That's nice.
All right, so we're going to put our TV around these 4 bolts before the gasket goes on, because these ones are exposed to oil. All right, now we've put the gasket on, and then we're gonna bolt the bell housing, which we've already put a new bell housing or input shaft seal in. So we are sealed up, good to go, and we are ready to put this on. New bell housing is on. This thing is sweet, tilt and slave. These Fisch parts rock. There's no better way to do this. All right, let's take this old shifter off, maybe put the new shifter on, at least part of it. And then we gotta put a flywheel on. So we are removing this shifter to put our serial 9 shifter relocation kit on, which is pretty tough. Again, same shifter that's in the S14. It really rocks. Little issue, this roll pin for the factory shifter is good and sealed in here. It's rusted. Rusted pretty good. We're gonna get an air hammer, and hopefully with an air hammer and a punch, instead of us trying to beat it out with a screwdriver, it's hopefully gonna work.
It's called fucking engineering. You dumb bastards don't know anything about it.
Aha!
My brain is literally so big it can't even fit in this fucking hat. Oh my god. Right here. I do the same thing every time.
It's a big gulp. Defeated by a roll pin.
It's wonderful.
Tequila time, boys.
Oh god.
Yeah, we got defeated by this roll pin last time. We gave up and started drinking tequila, so we called JP in with the real tools, and he's gonna get this old shifter off of this transmission so we can continue where we left off and put the transmission on the motor. Yeah, so we had to cut the shifter off in 2 spots, slice down the roll pin, air hammer what was left of it off to get this C's roll pin. They call this the bitch pin, so it's pretty well known as something that doesn't like to come out. But it looks like we've got a good shot at it now. I hope. Well, with no doubt. How the fuck would I know? Grab the shifter and walk it onto the transmission and actuator while pulling the lower bearing downwards. Reverse lockout position.
Can we go a little pussy tight?
It's on.
He said.
So now, the transmission can go against the motor. We're gonna put this flywheel on, clutch on, and then we can put the transmission on. But first, we're gonna order some pizza.
Can't take shit.
So when I got this car, it had R154 in it, and Fisch sent me a shift knob, and They didn't have an insert, a threaded insert that matched the R154, so the only logical thing to do was to get a CD trans and run the whole entire Fisch adapter to the JZ kit, so we could run the Fisch CD999 Shifter and this super rad Fisch shift knob. Hey man, all it needs to go is go into third. I don't care about the rest of the gears. All we need is 1, 2, and 3. Who knows? We know nothing about this transmission. JP had it in his garage. So we put a lot of money and a lot of work into a transmission that we know nothing about, which is always exciting. It's gonna be fine. But this looks rad. Very stoked about it. We got this cool drift motion pulley and belt kit. That's for running no power steering and no AC pumps on the motor. Obviously we're gonna run power steering. It's an electric power steering pump. From a Volvo that's been rebuilt, got it from Poland. This unit is gonna be slick. I don't know where we're gonna put it, but we'll probably mount it somewhere out of the way, because this is a big, ugly piece of shit. No,
I know where
it's a big, ugly piece.
I know where you're gonna put it. Up behind.
Made in the USA.
Does that make your dink a little hard?
You know what? It did.
You know which holes they go in?
Nope. Do you?
Hell no, I don't.
We better figure it out. Isn't there only one set of holes on this?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, there's not. There's more than one. There's 6 holes. Does this tell me?
It might tell you where to put your dink.
Can't go to the back ones. It's the...
Most forward too.
Yep. Oh my god. We just tip it over.
That damn gas rock.
I see that damn gas rock. That good? Alright, Fisch billet flywheel. This thing is nasty.
It's actually pretty clean.
It's actually very clean. This was brake clean.
Spray some brake clean on your towel, wipe your face. They always have a little bit of oil on them so they don't rust while they're being stored.
That makes sense. Okay, that is clean. This is heavy. The man's a genius. Ah! Only problem is it's so... We're gonna have to adjust this at some point, I think. How are they fucking? Did I go too high?
Where's your starter at?
Transmission installed. Let's put a starter on. Put a big censored block over top of it so no one can see it. Because this bitch is gross.
Does not make the dink hard.
It does start though. That old car started. All right.
Stick fork here.
Okay. Let's put this thing in.
See if we can just push your head back down.
Yep. What are you hitting? Oh, that fucking crack under the car. There we go. Transmission's going wild in there, brother.
You can probably get your leg out of there. We'll be alright now. That's in there.
Okay, now this one you'll have to manhandle in.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I could probably just...
Yeah.
Let's take this thing out, whoop its ass, try it one more time. And if that doesn't work, we'll plate it. But give me a pry bar before you let this down so we don't break this top of the shifter. There you go. It's just it's only on one fucking thing.
Do what?
I said it's dangling because it's only on one thing. Alright. Slight clearancing for the fat part of the CD. This right here. You wide bitch. So we're gonna whoop its ass. Maybe.
It's gonna be right in here.
Yep. You know what? Now that I'm doing this, I'm almost positive the foot's done the same. Blowed out in that car too. All right, now how much do you think we move that mount?
A little bit.
Let me get up here. Poor shifter. I'm gonna die!
Yeah, I think so. There's too much sauce on it.
Alright.
It's cocked in there.
We know what we're doing. We put a lot of engines in 240s before in our past lives. I can't tell you how many I've put in S13 and I don't know why. This one just wants to be a huge bitch. Am I too far down?
Yeah.
You gotta jack trans up. Down more. Oh, buddy. How's your mount look? That is an installed engine with the fancy Fisch Racing Tech adapter kit. And excessive mounts. And we're in there. We cut a little bit too much of the trans tunnel back here, but we can always put a piece back in. We're not hitting anymore because we whooped its ass. Oh yeah, plenty of room up here. Plenty of room. That probably would have fit without having to beat it up here. A lot of clearance. All right, we'll slow it down, tighten the top up. All right, we got it in. The fresh 1.5 JZ is finally back in the car. Really excited about how it looks. It was kind of a bitch to get it in there, but with the help of some hammers, it's good to go. Everything's mounted. Transmission's in. Now all we got to do is a bunch of little stuff. So we'll be doing wiring harness, all the fittings for the turbo lines, catch can lines, fuel lines. A bunch of new parts are getting ready to go on. So a ton of little stuff that's gonna take longer than expected because we're not gonna have it all when we need it. But we're good to go for now.